Okay everyone, welcome back to the Long Dark Wintermute. Yes, we are here in the Homestead by the Forge. We've come through to the following morning. Yeah, the Forge actually did really well. It lasted most of the way through the night. I did almost freeze a little bit when it did run out, but not to worry. I decided just to come through to the morning and just relight it once more. I have eaten and I have drank my coffee, and I've eaten hot food and hot drink as well. So we're off to a good start. Condition 100%, well 110% because we got that bonus. And of course everything is pretty much at maximum. So good to head back out into the wilderness, see if we can find a way round to the tower. Now I think we need to sort of head this way. The weather's not brilliant, I'm going to be honest, but hello dear. I think we need to head round this way. There's a world famous gnarly tree pointing in that direction. So I'm sort of going to head round this way. It's not brilliant weather-wise. It's minus 18. It's snowing really heavily, but I just want to get on with it. I don't want to have to hang around, so we'll get moving. So we're going to come around this way, and we're going to kind of hug the left-hand side, which hopefully will eventually elevate up above everything else, and that's where we hopefully find our path through to the radio tower. If we find that we can't get through to the radio tower this round, I really am at a bit of a loss, because I can't see how else to do it. Well, that looks a bit like an elevated pathway, so I'm going to follow that. That possibly takes us where we need to go. One of the problems, because this tower has collapsed, you can't see it on the landscape to use as a reference point. Right, I'm going to come this way, because I just think this is the way I need to go. Bring the map up. It's sort of over there. But as we know, it's up above everything else, so I'm kind of going to make my way in a direction that brings me up. Upwards. You see, now this is not looking promising. This is not looking like I can make it up there. No. Okay, so we're going to have to come back round. Oh, it's right there, for goodness sake. I was so obsessed with having to go up, I didn't even notice it was right in front of me. Okay, well it's not looking promising though, the fact that it's fallen over. Well, I'm going to come to the foot of it. Oh! Hi!
Holy shit. Okay. This time I'm ready for you.
Okay, I'm pressing
on,
left
big
mouse
bastard.
button to set the spear like it was telling me to, but it's not doing anything. So I need to bring the spear up. Hi. I am clicking away, trying to get a rhythmic pattern going. Well, I'm still clicking and nothing's happening. Oh. Okay. Well, we didn't take much of a condition hit there. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to be fighting this thing again? I think I am. Setting the spear. Okay. Okay, that's 2 hits. He's only ran a very short distance, so I'm now going to back off. Oh, I'm not going to get much of a chance to back off. He's coming at me again. Oh, this is a normal bear attack. Okay, I don't know whether that's scripted or whether I just didn't get the button held down enough. Hi. Oh. Rollocks. Okay. Well, we'll go again. Hi, bear. Okay, so we're trying this again then. And this time I'm going to try not to die. So let's keep fighting back. Okay. So we've managed to get through the first one with just some torn clothing. I'm going to back off, and I'm going to very quickly go into the menu and make sure that is all I have. Okay, so we came through that one quite well. So now we're going to go at this again. That was good. And again, I'm just going to go in. Yeah, we're not bleeding. Oh, okay, well, it's the third one again. It could be that this time the spear doesn't do anything regardless of what we do. This is actually quite embarrassing. Let's try again. Okay, third time's a charm. I think the problem is that stamina. I think what's happening is we're running out of stamina. So, set the spear. In. Hit, 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 hit. Okay, looks like we didn't suffer any injury that time. Okay. Okay, no, nothing. No injury at all. I'm going to sort of back away a little. I want that stamina to recover before we do this again. Okay. Okay, here comes the bear. Set the spear. In! Fight. Again, looks like we got through with no injury. Okay, the stamina actually drops really, really quickly. I think it's if we set it too early that we have a problem. We have to time it right. Okay, here we go. And again! Again, we're through. Well, we've got through 3. And the bear has run.
I can still feel my face. Which means I'm not dead. Onward.
Okay, so the bear has run. There's a cave behind us. I hope the bear didn't go in there, because that's where I'm planning to go in a minute. Okay, so we're here with the radio tower. I don't see much point in putting these components in, though. Well, we've done it, but a fat lot of good that's going to do. I think we may have lost. Oh no, we still got it. We're just over encumbered. I don't know why we're encumbered. Genuinely don't know how we're encumbered, but anyway. Right, so we've managed to survive the bear attack. And we are now... I've completed 2 of the towers. I'm going to head to the cave. I think the cave is probably one of the best locations we can think to go to at the moment. Assuming the bear is in it. I'm very much hoping the bear is not. It'll just give us a chance to regroup, and then we can head back down to the homestead. Oh, also hoping there's no wolves in here, which of course is a possibility. No, we're all good. We're all clear. Okay, so what kind of temperature are we looking like in here? -2, not bad. We're kind of midday. We're actually okay. We're just a bit cold. So what I think we can do is just light a reasonably short duration fire. Doesn't need to be a long one, I don't think, this. And then we can just warm ourselves up a little bit before we head back to the homestead and think about heading across to the other radio tower. So that was all a bit dramatic. That was our first sort of non-cinematic fight with the bear, and I think it's obviously a gentle-ish, since we died 3 times, well, twice, introduction to the bear fighting mechanic, which I assume is going to be more prevalent very, very shortly. Okay, so let's just put a little bit of fuel on this fire. If we can just get this fire to a point where I can just bung a couple of lumps of coal on it, that would probably do the trick. I need to make a bit of water, I think. So we are running a little bit low. Probably put the bear spear away now, actually, and I'm just going to bung a lump of coal on it. Might as well, since it's around. Chucks a lot more heat out, warms us up a lot more quickly. Didn't actually mean to drink that, but never mind. We can always make some more, we've got plenty of fire. I'm just going to eat a little bit of food as well, that'll just top us up. Okay, so we're actually in pretty decent shape right now. Let's just pass time until that's ready, and then we'll pass time until that's ready, and then we shall take the water. There we go. Okay, so we're in good shape. I probably don't really need to stay for the duration of this fire, to be honest. Just need to pick up my can. Okay, so if we just bring up the map then. So we've now got one more tower to get to, which is the furthest away of all of them. It's right on the far side of the map. Well, I say it's the furthest away. It's actually, in some ways, one of the nearest. It's near to the entrance to Forlorn Muskeg. It's probably one of the easiest to get to. I suspect I may have read a little bit too much into that difference in symbol. I'm just thinking that might be the first one you're meant to visit and the first one it expects you to visit. But it's actually the last, because we've gone round them in the opposite order. We're currently here. Radio tower's there. Our bedroll is here. I'm actually wondering whether I can go this way and drop back down and get back to my bedroll, which would be more beneficial to me in many respects. So let me grab myself a torch. I am already encumbered, so I don't want to grab anything else. But let's see if we can now get ourselves out. And I'm going to see if I can drop back down and go the other way. If that is at all possible. Just so that we can head back to the railway, get back into the broken railroad tunnel and go and get my bedroll back. Because I am concerned about not having that. If my fatigue level drops, I'm in real trouble. I haven't really got any way of recovering it. So let's see if there's a way we can get back down. My only slight concern is I'm going to walk a long way this way and then find that there isn't a way of getting back down without a rope. So if you remember, there was a rope drop. I think we can get back down. Yes, we can get back down. In fact, I'd go so far as to say we could have got up. Possibly not. Let's see. What's the drop like? Ooh, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm possibly being a bit optimistic there. Oh, there's a wolf. I could probably get back down here. And I'm walking straight into the cradle of a wolf. This is still a bit of a drop. I do like taking silly risks, don't I? I really do. It's my, it is my, my trademark. There we are. We're down. My trademark is taking silly... Oh, there you go. I kind of asked for that. I kind of asked for that. Okay, let's see if we can get that sorted out. So I need a bandage, which I'm running out of, actually. And I don't... Oh, I've got painkillers. We'll just use painkillers. Ping. There we go. That's that dealt with. Right, now, next problem. Wolf. Right bang where we need to be walking. Just what we didn't want. Particularly since the wolf can kind of bypass the dodging that we have to do to get across this weak ice. So I'm kind of hoping that I can... Oh, that did not go to plan. Oh, and it's charging straight at us as well. Awesome. I just fought off a bear. In fact, can I use the spear against the wolf? That would be awesome. Can I use the spear against the wolf? I have no idea if I can, but I'm tempted to try. Just to see, because it'll be funny. Hello. Oh. Oh, you were waited there. That was clever tactics. Oh. It's difficult. We really are taking a hammering with this one, aren't we? Right, let's just make sure we're not... Okay, we've got a sprained wrist again. I might just have to live with that, because I'm running out of bandages. I could deal with the pain, actually, can't I? Because I've got more painkillers. Pain. You have to choose the right ailment to heal, otherwise it doesn't work. That should hopefully get rid of some of the blurriness around the screen. Apparently not. I still need to sort my sprained wrist out before that goes on. Oh no, it's gone. Cool. So I still have my sprained wrist, but at least I can sort that out later. Okay. Basically what I want to do is just get myself back up to get my bedroll so that we're all sorted out again. Then we can make our way back across the muskeg down the railroad tracks to the final tower. And then we can hopefully move on, make our way back to Jeremiah. Now obviously this tower that we've just been to has fallen. So I assume that's going to be a plot point. Jeremiah will presumably say that he can't send his radio signals as effectively because there's a great big gap in the tower network. Because one of the towers has fallen over. But we've still installed the parts. Which is what strikes me as being a bit pointless, because they don't connect to anything, but never mind. Okay, so again, we're going to pop around this way, then we're going to hook round. The railroad is just up ahead. You can see the cables. Telegraph wires, as they actually are. Nothing to do with the railroad. Well, actually, no, that's not entirely true. For those of you who've seen one of my other channels, which is PTA Fan, which stands for Planes, Trains and Automobiles, I do know a thing or two about railways. Those wires are telegraph wires, so they send telegraphs. But they are also used for signalling purposes. Okay, so we are back at the railroad. So we're going to go into the tunnel. We're going to go back through the broken railroad, and we're going to get my... I'm going to grab my bedroll. And then we're going to get ready. We're going to do a little housekeeping. And then we're going to get ready to head back across the muskeg to Poacher's Camp, where I think we'll just have a little bit of a pit pause, and then we'll head over to the final tower. Hopefully we can complete this bit of the mission, and then we can get back to Jeremiah and see what's next in store for us. I am starting to suspect, since we have been trained now in the bear fighting technique, I strongly suspect our next challenge is going to be to fight and kill the bear, which is exactly how it went in the previous version of Wintermute. It was a bit more of a pain in the neck, and we were hunting it with a rifle. And you literally had to kind of track around these various places where the bear could be until you found it. and then you had to shoot it, and then you had to run away from it, and then you had to shoot it again, and all sorts of ring roll. Right, bedroll, pick up.
Something's gotta go.
Oh, okay, that puts us over the weight limit. Okay, you're probably quite right. I need to lose 1.6 kilos of stuff. Let's get rid of that. I am carrying quite a lot, but there's a lot of stuff I don't really want to lose. If I drink, that'll get rid of a bit more. Okay, so I'm only a kilo over my limit, so that's not too bad. I can live with that. Okay, let's just break this down then into some tinder plugs. So I actually have some tinder plugs to get some fires going. Okay, so looking clear certainly here. I think I'm now going to head to Poacher's Camp. We've got time. And we're midday. So let's get to Poacher's Camp. That's where I think we're going to bed down. Let's keep ourselves going. So we're going to follow the rail tracks. Back to Poacher's Camp. Did I just call it Poacher's Cabin? It's not really a cabin. It's a railway car. A railway wagon. If you are from this side of the Atlantic. Although that is actually an interesting thing. I'm going into railways again. I'm going to try not to do that because I know that's not the most interesting thing for a lot of people. But in the UK, they are called carriages, not cars. Unless you are on the official side of things in fixed formation trains, then they are called cars. Sometimes, by some people. Most of the time we call them carriages and wagons. And vans. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a trek. It is actually further than you realise. These box cars that are derailed, I always used to kind of say, oh, they're about halfway across, but they're actually not. They're more of a third of the way across from the Mystery Lake side, so we've got 2/3 of the Muskeg to cross to get to them from this side. They're actually much, much further than you think. So I always used to use them as a kind of, oh, they're in the middle. But they're really not. They're nowhere near being in the middle. So it's a little bit of a trek, but it is quite satisfying that when you get there, you think, oh, I'm halfway across. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm more than halfway. Makes you feel a little happier. Oops. Is that a bit stuck there? Oh, cattails. I'm going to have those. I know I'm already encumbered, but... There we go. Cattails, always useful to have. So we should grab those. Surprised we haven't seen any wolves yet, which means we're going to see one in about 5 seconds. Probably right in the middle of the track. Oh! Do you know what? I wasn't even that far off the mark. In fact, there's 2. 3. Oh, blimey. Okay, I'm going to stay over here. We've got a dead deer coming up. Now, in survival mode, I'd probably be collecting this. Or certainly its hide. Hi, wolves. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm just going to sprint for it now, because we're pretty close to the boxcars, so... Oh, they might even go for that deer. They probably won't, but worth hoping. Let's just do a bit of sprinting. That was actually my big concern of not having my bedroll, because obviously if you don't have your bedroll, and you sprint, your fatigue drops very, very quickly, so I couldn't really risk sprinting when I didn't have it. Now this is where forgetting which side the entrance is on could well undo me with this wolf following me. I can never remember which side the way in is on, if it's on this side or that side. I always forget. I think it's this side. No, it's the other side, because it's this carriage. Great. So I'm going to have to go all the way round. with a wolf on my tail. Although apparently the wolf appears to have broken off. Which is good. I'm not going to bother with that backpack, probably because I've already looked in it. And now we're safe. And there's a spare bedroll in here. Okay, cool. So we are in the boxcar. We can get ourselves nice and warmed up, and then we can have a think about heading across to getting that final radio tower. In fact, can we see it in the distance? I have no idea. It's sort of going to be over there somewhere, I would have thought. Can we see it? Oh, we're not, hang on, we're not quite looking in the right direction. It's sort of more that, it's going to be behind the tree. It's going to be behind the tree. And given that that wolf is about, I don't really want to venture outside. Is he over there somewhere? Behind that tree. There it is. Literally right behind the tree. But anyway, that's where we're going to be heading next. Go and collect that final radio tower. But as always, thank you so much for joining me for some Long Dark Wintermute. We're going to keep playing through this. We're hopefully not too far off the end now. We can get ready for the next episode of this when it releases. Please remember, hit the like and subscribe buttons for some more Long Dark and Don't Starve and some other open world games, which hopefully will be coming up very, very soon. Please also remember to check out the playlists, which will be on the screen very shortly. But until next time, thank you as always for joining me, and I shall see you again very soon.